Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guess what you guys, the time is here. I'm very excited about this, as you can tell. So some of you have even been asking about it, which makes me even happier. So it is time. We are going to start diving into the new brand releases for Christmas. Now sometimes they pick a theme, sometimes they pick just an object and they exploit it. Sometimes, you know, it could be anything. But when it comes to like this time of year, like right around the beginning to middle of September, we really start to dive into Christmas launches and sets and just all these new awesome things from brands that I feel like a lot of influencers kind of drift over top of because they're not a real launch, or maybe I don't know why they do it. But what I noticed is that when I started my channel about a year and a half ago, this part was something that you guys really enjoyed. I mean, I only had a couple hundred subscribers when this first part started, and I remember when I started going through all of these sets, and it's Christmas time, and lipstick sets from Smashbox, and just all of these things, you guys really enjoyed it. People enjoyed it in general. It was just something awesome everyone likes to see. And so I know that a lot of like regular influencers and stuff like that will kind of, like I said, just kind of skip over top of it. And I don't know if it's that, you know, some people just don't want to address the harsh questions of why are these so cheap? Are they good? Is the quality the same? Is it a good deal? I mean, there's a lot of speculation in the air when it comes to that. So for me, those are the kinds of questions that I want to answer for you guys. So we're going to be going through today with Tarte, and we have picked up so many of the things that they launched on their website recently, and I believe some of these are also available on Ulta.com. And basically, we're just going to go through them. I'm going to tell you how much it is, if I would buy it again, what I think. We're going to put it on the face and all that good stuff. Now, I have also already went through, I swatched them all, so I will be inserting swatches for you guys of all the products, up closes of the product, the packaging, that kind of thing. So I think that that's everything, you guys. We are going to get started today with this sexy guy right here. Like, look at that. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? This is the Sweet Escape Collector Set, and it is $49. Now, in this set, when you open it up, you get 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight on one side. In the center, you get all of the eyeshadows, and then to the other side, you have a deluxe lipstick, a deluxe mascara, the Man-Eater mascara, and a full-size, I think a full-size eyeliner, a Man-Eater eyeliner as well. So you do get all of this for $49. Now, let's talk value. For 49 bucks, again, we're going to wait until after we play with the eyeshadows. In my experience, though, from Tarte, these are great little sets for people. These are good, fun little, like, let me give you the gift of makeup in a box sort of thing. But for me, how I always look at stuff like this, if you are a makeup collector, I don't know that this is going to be your jam because it is very big and bulky. It's much more something for a novice, someone who isn't, like, obsessed with makeup or they don't have a lot of makeup. This is what I think would look great for them. It's going to sit beautifully on their dresser. It's going to make a beautiful, you know, it's just going to make a beautiful present. The packaging that all of these comes in is really, really beautiful as well. So from that perspective, I do think that stuff like this is usually a really good gift. Now, we are going to go in and actually apply these to the eye. I want to play with the formula a little bit and just see what we think in general. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to have to find a brush to do that because your girl lost her brush. I had literally 6 brushes lined up, and I put them down, and I made the fatal mistake when I put them down, like onto the table, because now they're in a sea of about 13,000 brushes, and I don't know my ass from my elbow. So this is a good time. And you know what, you guys, while I'm thinking about it, I just looked down and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I was going to tell them. I wore my palm tree shirt because, hello, this entire like thing that Tarte put out is very Caribbean pineapple inspired. You'll be able to see it going through. We're talking flamingos, palm trees, pineapples, that whole theme, Caribbean looking beach balls, volleyballs, that sort of stuff is very much so the theme of this, which at first I was like, where's Christmas? Like, this is supposed to be like the Christmas set. How does that work? And then it occurred to me, hello, close-minded Northern Michigan Paige, to some people, that is Christmas. There are, like, most of the world doesn't have Christmas like I have Christmas, or even this time of year if you don't celebrate Christmas. But the winter time, for a lot of people, I envision snow and snowflakes and snowmen and snowsuits and, you know, getting snowed in and car tires and, oh, I have to change my tires because snow tread and, like, all of these things. And so many other people in areas of the world, they just don't have that, and I forget that sometimes. So as like looking outside of like what I would normally perceive Christmas as, I love this collection. Like as far as the aesthetics of it, and as we go through, you're going to be blown away if you haven't seen it yet. I just love that aesthetic because it's something so different from what I'm used to. Like again, Northern Michigan, I'm thinking snow and snowmen and everything snow and winter green. And I think it's cool to just see it from somebody else's perspective and see it just in a different way. I don't know. I thought it was cool. So let's go ahead and let's start off this eye look. This is the Morphe Y17, and I don't want to do like a super crazy eye look today, but I do want to play around with a couple of these like different textures. But again, nothing like super crazy today. I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not in the mood. Like there's a couple bright, really bright, beautiful colors in here, but like for the most part, I'm just like, I want neutral, I want calm, I'm gonna take a nap on my veranda with my pineapple palette. So let's talk. What do I want to put on? Move you guys in, and I think we're going to start off by going in with the shade Upgrade right here. It is a matte brown shade, and apparently we will not be able to do that again because my camera did not like that shine. But we are going to start by going in with the shade Upgrade right in the dead center of the palette. We're taking again on the Morphe Y17 brush, and we're going to start working this bad boy right on in to the crease. Now, I will also mention, because I'm sure a lot of you are going to be curious, there is a large, beautiful pineapple-shaped palette as well that Tarte put out. Unfortunately, that was only released to Sephora. I did put myself on the mailing list for the Tarte website if and when it is ever sent to their own website, but it has not yet been there, so I have not yet been able to get my hands on it. But when and if that becomes available, you guys can let me know down in the comments if it's something you want me to look at. See, my biggest thing with a lot of these, and I feel like I don't know if it's just me or like my perception of it, but a lot of times I feel like Tarte takes the same colors, the same pans, the same everything. So it's going to be the same or a lot of the same as what is in this palette that I'm working with right now. It's just going to be in a different package. So I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys can tell me what you think and if that's something that you're into. I feel like I really had to like build this color up quite a bit, which is a little bit agitating. Now, while I'm blending out this color though, let's talk about these swatches, because when I swatched these, girl, and I'll go ahead and I will throw those in right now. We will be working down in rows. So row 1 is the row that starts off with memories and they go diagonal. So we have the row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. Now, here's my thing. Basically, swatching all of these, they're not bad, but I noticed that, like, I swatched them on this part of my hand right here, and when I wiped off my hand with, like, a makeup wipe to go in with the next row and the next row, so on and so forth, I had to leave my hand a little bit wet to make these shadows even show up in general. For some reason, they just had a really difficult time. The shimmers were not very vibrant when I swatched them. The mattes were not, like, super buildable. They weren't very intense. So, and when you do a swatch, you need the colors to look a little bit more opaque so that way they pick up on camera. That way you guys can actually see what color they are. And so for me, when I swatched them, I was really, really disappointed at first. Now, I'm hoping that as I go through and use them, that they're better than what I think they are. But as far as in the swatch, they were not super impressive. And I don't want you guys to look at those swatches and be like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. When, you know, it was kind of hit or miss there for a little minute. So that's that. Now let's go ahead. We're going to grab the shade Memories on this BH number 5 brush. It's just a good big old fluffy brush. And I want to work on working that brown shade out just a little bit. Now, based on what I just said about those swatches, I can already tell you that if you are a person that wets your brush, you will want to wet your brush for these shimmers. I myself do not like to wet brushes. It never works out well on my eyelids. So I like to go in instead with a glitter glue. This is the Too Faced glitter glue. You can also use the one from NYX. I've said that about 100 times. It's really good as well though. But you just go in, you only need a tiny, tiny little bit. I like to apply mine with my finger, and then I like to go in and just very lightly tap it all over. I don't like to go in and drag and pull it because I feel like it ends up stripping away whatever's underneath of it. But when I pat it in, it just creates a really nice all over tacky base like so. And it is completely clear. It's not opaque at all, so you can't see that it's there. And then I'm actually going to go in, which shade did I want here? With the shade Hidden Gem. And it's just a really beautiful gold shade. And I'm going to pop this all over my mobile lid And it's just going to be a very nice kind of light feathery shade. You can see that as long as you go in with, like, again, a tacky base or a wet brush or however you prefer to do it, you do get a lot of really beautiful shine and reflect, and it's just, it really is, like, overall, that's a really stunning color. Now, my personal preference, I like to go back in. This is the Y17, and I'm just going to blend that with my crease color very haphazardly. It doesn't have to be anything special. I just want to create like a nice blended fade. And then once that is all good and softened out, I am also going to go in a little bit with the shade Rum Runner, which is still like a yellow gold, and I'm just going to pop that right in the dead center of that other gold shade, just to give it a little bit more dimension, because, you know, just because you're going in with a nice soft, chill kind of eye look doesn't mean that you can't add just a little bit of something to it. And I just lightly pat that in the center, and then I really like to pat it around with my finger. And what that does is it kind of picks up the excess shimmer, and it helps move it around, distribute it, and just dimensionalize the eye without being really, really harsh, which I love. And look at that. It's just like a nice, soft eye moment. Like, that's a really pretty... Dang, that's really pretty. Okay. Now, just to blend this brown up into the brow bone a tiny bit, I'm going to grab this BH V5 brush, and I'm going to grab the shade Idle, and it's just a very, very light pink shade. You actually couldn't hardly even see this in the swatch portion, but I'm just going to run that up here. This is a great blending shade if you're like super fair. It's a good all over shade if you are super fair. So it's just a really good shade to have in a palette like this, in my opinion. Now, I will also want to talk real quick here for just a second about the overall uses and colors in this palette. So I think that for the most part, you do get nice pops of colors. There's like a really bright blue, a really hot pink. There's a lot of deeper tones, but more than anything, this shadow collection, this shadow story is a lot more indicative of like neutral tone. It's probably, I'd say, about 80 to 85% very nice neutral wearable looks, but you still do get those beautiful pops of color. Now, the one thing I want to mention though is that those pops of colors are shimmers. Most of the, actually I think every single pop of color is a shimmer. The only crease colors you get are like good neutral colors, which doesn't mean a lot to, I would say, most people, but as far as like on a beginner level, you will not have the colors that you need to work like a really intense eye look or a very colorful eye look into the crease. Like, you normally use a crease color to work through the crease, which is typically a matte shade, like a matte brown, like we just did right here. You don't have those in this palette. You'll have an all over like lid shimmer blue or an all over lid shimmer pink, or, you know, something to that effect. But as far as creating an all really bright, impactful look with this, you won't necessarily have all the colors for it, but you will have beautiful accents of color that will work beautifully with a lot of different looks. So I'm going to go ahead real quick. I'm going to finish up this eye. I'm going to just put, you know, the same thing over here. Oh my God. And I'm also going to put down my base products, and then I want to come back and I want to talk about these, talk about the other products, and kind of go from there. But let me run ahead real quick and finish this eye and put a face on. Because come on, don't we need a face on this face? We need a face on this face. Paige, you need to take a damn nap on this nap. That's what you need to be doing. I tell you guys what I tell you. Okay guys, so I went ahead, I got the rest of my face on, or not the rest of it, but you know, the base makeup, and it is time to go in with some bronzer. So real quick, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm going to run through the products now and use them all, and then I want to come back and tell you what I think of them, because when I was like off camera, and I obviously did both my eyes, my lower lash line, and just so you guys know, I smoked out the shade Memories and the shade Sarong on the lower lash line. I didn't do just two, basically a medium brown and a light brown shade, and I just smoked them out. It's not going to be anything crazy or fun, and that was intentional. So I'll get to that here in a little bit. I will tell you what I think and if I think these are good buys, all of that here in a little minute. But first, let's go ahead and do the face. So for the bronzer today, I'm going to be going in with, this is Beach Bod, which is the one right up here. Obviously there are two blushes. I will not be using the blush out of this palette because I have another fun option, but before we leave, we are going to of course go in with Beach Bod here, and this is on a BH number 2 brush. It is a good dual fiber, and the reason that I'm choosing this brush, because I love dual fiber brushes for my bronzer, but more so than that, I'm choosing it because this bronzer in specific does have some light shimmer to it, and what I find is that if you are the type of person that you don't love a dual fiber naturally for your blush and bronzer, and you prefer like a real heavy or a stout brush, I'm looking for, like if you prefer this type of a brush, one that's just got a little bit more ass to it, a lot more bristles. That's okay, but you will want to be a lot more sparing when you're using a bronzer that has actual kind of glittery flakes or luminance to it. Otherwise, it'll actually kind of get balled up, or it can get balled up and a little bit chunky on your face. So if you are a dual fiber brush user or you like them, now is the time to deploy that dual fiber brush, because it helps take the glittery chunks or the luminosity to a bronzer with it, and it really does just help kind of smoosh it out over your whole cheek so you don't end up with like a strip of shimmer right there, because that's just not a good look. That's not a look anybody, I don't think, is going for, at least not me. I'm not a big fan. Okay, except the size of this pan, it's difficult to fit my big fat brush in there. Me trying to fit into size 10 jeans. I can't quite fit. Go figure. Okay, so this is going on actually really nicely. Okay guys, so now it is time for blush, and I'm so excited about this next product just because, okay, I'll get there in a second. Anyways, this is the Life's a Party blush palette and clutch. So first of all, look at how sparkly, look at how perfect, amazing, fantastic. You guys, this is an actual clutch that just so happens that when you open it up, there's a little mirror over here, there's a little spot for credit cards. Like, it's an actual functioning purse. This little tag on the back right here that has the name of the clutch or the name of the palette or whatever you want to call it does come off, and you can use this as just like a cute, like, hello New Year's Eve. Like, look at these fun bright freaking colors. I'm obsessed with this. I saw this on their website and I was like, I don't go out, but like, this is adorable. The tiny little push button on the clutch does say Tarte, so it's like, oh, just cute. And anyways, you open it up, and inside, I'm going to cover up the mirror right here, but you end up with this palette of blushes and a bronzer, and I love this so freaking much, you guys. I think this is such a cool concept, and I love it because they made it super easy. You just pull on this little tab right here, and you can actually lift this entire palette out. Hello, hi, how are you? Like, how cute. And then you're left with just this guy right here. Now, the one thing I will say is I'm pretty sure on their website they show this being good to like fit a cell phone in, but this is actually magnetic. Like, if you watch this guy right here, it's actually like, it sticks, like I'm not holding it, it is magnetic. And so because it's got magnets in it, I don't know how I would, you know, feel comfortable recommending. Maybe they're not strong enough to hurt your cell phone, I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is that this little clutch right here is so cute all by itself. I believe this little palette clutch situation here is 42 bucks. Yeah, it's $42. And I love this. Like, packaging is such an A fucking plus for this. Oh my God. Okay. So anyways, now that my love of this is out of the way, I will go ahead and insert swatches right here, and you are looking at the blushes that go from the light pink on the top all the way to the deepest one on the bottom. You have Flamingo, Passport, Pool Flow, Sandy Cheeks, and Tan Lines. I'm gonna grab, this is my Morphe Y2 brush. I love this brush so much for frickin' blush. It's not even funny. It's a perfect little poof, and it just goes boop, 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 and it's just perfect. So I think I want to try, you know what? I want this mauve shade right here. This is the color Passport. I love it. And I want to take that on my Morphe Y2, and I want to apply to my cheeks. So let's just kind of go in, and I just want to see, oh, see, it doesn't, that built up so fast on my face. Okay, well, there went all of that. I was like sitting here, I'm so afraid. I'm like, this quality isn't gonna be good. Because when I swatched it, they weren't that hot. But like now, look at that. Oh my God, that is such a beautiful blush. Okay, wow. I also want to, real quick, and this is kind of like, you don't obviously have to do this, but I'm gonna grab this tiny little e.l.f. This is like the tiniest little duo fiber ever. And I'm gonna grab this, and I wanna go into the shade Sandy Cheeks, which is that like shimmer kind of, you know, I don't know what you, it's not like a highlight, but it's got a really nice luminous finish to it. Like you can see, it's just beautiful, shiny, a little bit of reflect. And I want to take this color and I want to run this just kind of all over in this area, but a little bit farther back as more of like the mineral skin finish that I always use from MAC. Sometimes I use that to make my cheeks look just nice and like juicy and shimmery and have a little bit of something to them, but nothing too much. And it's just got like a little, oh my God, that is pretty. Now real quick, you guys, I am going to go in with my Tarte Park Ave Princess palette. I'm going to grab my lighter shades, throw a little bit under the eye, and I'm also going to throw a little bit down here just to give me a little bit more definition down there. I might have accidentally over bronzed just like a little bit, which if you are yourself a fellow pasty queen, it's very easy to over bronze because I'm like, oh, skin, it looks so pretty. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, Paige, you just done screwed up. And I always overdo my bronzer a little bit. and then go in with some of this and kind of tone it down a little. Oh God, it makes such a difference. And to the one of you out there who was absolutely amazing, and you recommended in my, I think it was my last video comments maybe, but you recommended the Essence, oh God, what was that? The Essence Brightening Powder. I picked it up. I will be trying that. So stay tuned because I will let you know if that's good. You recommended it as a drugstore dupe for these colors, and I'm so excited. Oh my God, am I excited. Now, as a lot of you guys know about me, or if you don't know, I love to visit all price points anytime something like this launches because, you know, what if you don't have, you know, $50 to get them something big like this? What if you've only got, you know, 20 bucks or something like that? You want to get them something small, something cute that they can add to their makeup collection, anything like that. That is where I thought looking at something like this would be super awesome. This is the Lip and Cheek Glow Color Collection, and in it you get a duo. So in the compact is the Blush and Glow Highlight in Peachy Glow, as well as the Tarte lipstick in Pink Flamingo, and this is one of their Glide and Go buttery lipsticks. So I love the packaging on these. First of all, this one has like cute little polka dots all over it, and of course this little lipstick has all the little flamingos. I just think it is so cute, and it is $19. So it's a really good price point if you're trying to give maybe something that has that high-end appeal to it, but maybe something that isn't like super duper expensive, just something that can be a little extra. It's really special, but like it didn't break the bank. That is where little kits like this come in really handy. My biggest issue with this was the highlight. So I like the blush. It swatched beautifully. I didn't have any issues there. But you guys, the highlight was really disappointing. Swatch fudge. This is me pressing. Okay. Nothing. And then after all of that, that tiny little bit of shimmer that I don't even know if you can see is all I was able to get in my swatch. To get this to swatch on camera for the inserted swatch, I had to literally build this up for like a solid probably 20 swipes to get it to work. I didn't scrape off the, you know, top or whatever, but for me, this was such a disappointment. I'm going to end up using the shade Bandeau, which is inside this big palette right here, and I am going to set my entire face with the Urban Decay setting spray, and then I'm going to take my Wet n Wild highlight brush, and I am just going to highlight the upper areas of my cheekbones. Well, they are slightly damp. Aren't you kind of pretty, ma'am? That's a very nice, more naturalistic kind of vibe. It's not like super intense. It's not over the top, but it does build up very nicely. It looks like it could be a little bit chalky if you have dry skin. But I think once it blends in with my skin and my natural oils come through my makeup, I think everything will blend and look really beautifully together. Okay, you guys, we're not done yet. We are going in next with the Dream Team Liner Trio right here. You get 3 of their double-ended liners. On one end, there is a felt tip. On the other end is like a smudge kind of gel liner. And you get 3 of them for $17. You get them in the shade Brown, Burgundy, and Black. And again, just a basic felt tip on one side and basic smudge gel proof on the other. At least that's what I like to use it for. And $17 for the 3 of these. I was like, we have to look at them and see how good they are. So I'm going to be taking the brown one today, and I think I'm going to be using the felt tip obviously on the upper lash line and then the smudge on the lower lash line. And what I really was attracted to about these is that they are so multi-use. I feel like this would be a great gift for someone that is in school, someone that is on the go, someone that likes makeup but maybe doesn't want to spend the money on both individual sides, you know, the felt tip as well as the regular smudge lash on the other side. I thought this was like a cool little novice, like all-in-one, like kind of moment. And for 17 bucks, I'm like, what a cool, like, I hate to say stocking stuffer because I feel like this is like one hell of an expensive ass stocking stuffer, but I don't know, what a cool idea in general. You guys, it is finally time for lashes. Look at how sad and upset my little lashes are. Look, there's even like things like clinging to them. I got hairs on them because there's no lashes. There's no life happening. And I'm so excited. Now, I have talked to you guys a million times about how much I love the Tarte lash curlers. I think they are so great. Now I have 3 because I love them. I have their original. I have the one with mermaid tails on it for the little grippers. And then we have today's. You guys, this is a pineapple pineapple lash curler. It is 20 bucks. And for 20 bucks, of course, you get the lash curler and you get a new spare little ribbon that goes with the lash curler for when it's time to change that. And you get a Lights Camera Lashes deluxe size mascara, or travel size or trial size. I don't know, the little one. And I'm really excited that they came out with this. A, because the design is so freaking cute. And B, because I'm like, for 20 bucks, this is such an appropriate time to debut it. I know that 20 bucks probably seems really expensive, but I will say their lash curler is bar none my absolute favorite. I love it. I use their lash curler every single day. I've tried multiple other brands and styles and types, and I have never found one that I like more than theirs. I'm not saying you have to get this one because, again, you know, you could pick their dolphin one or the little one with fins that I have somewhere on my vanity, the regular. You can pick any of the styles. Every time they release a collection, they come out with a new type. But I just thought this was so fun and cute and like different and just adorable. So this is what I will be using today, and I actually do, fun fact, like their Lights Camera Lashes. I'm not like, I like their Man Eater. It's not my favorite, but this one is actually really good. So I will be going ahead and curling my eyes with this bad boy. Well, I'm not going to curl my eyes, hopefully. Hopefully I'm just going to curl the lashes, but you know, sometimes shit happens. So let's go ahead, let's curl these lashes, honey, and let's get going. And now we are going to go in with the Lights Camera Lashes tiny little mascara, and we gonna get going. Yes. Oh, hey there, fabulous people. I know what you might be thinking. Last time we saw Paige, she was coating them their lashes, and you would be right. I went ahead and I did all of this. I threw on a lip, and I figured we would just go ahead and bounce into the next couple of products and give you guys my full overview of each of these. So let's go ahead and talk about, obviously, what is on my lips right now. This is the Flawless Foursome Lip Sculptor Set. Now, in this set, you do get 4 different colors, 4 different lip sculptors. On one end, there is a lipstick. On the other end, there is a lip gloss. Now, these lip sculptors do come in 4 different shades. They are in the shade Adore, Jam, Sangria, and Treat. Now, as I'm sure you guys can tell from all of the inserted swatches right there, these all do look relatively similar, whether they're like a light nudie pink, a soft nude, a this or that. They're all just very nudie pink. And at first, I was kind of frustrated with that because I was like, oh, there's not a ton of diversity. There's not much different in this collection, so why would one buy it? And I honestly think there's a couple of reasons. Number one, this formula is so good, so comfortable. The lipstick on the one end is great. I personally love their lipsticks. I do wear them quite a bit. I find them to be great for the summer. These ones have a beautiful natural satin finish, so when you put them on, you don't necessarily need to add the gloss over top, but if you add the gloss right in the center, it will add just a little bit of extra dimension, and they're just super, super comfortable, the gloss and the lipstick. So the formula on these is excellent. I love it. And I also really love this idea because for $34, you get 4 of them, which equals, what is that? 8 and 8 is 32. So these are just over, I think, about $8 a piece if you were to break it down by a dollar amount each, and that would be such a great little, maybe like a stocking stuffer or something you could give to a granddaughter. Maybe if you had like some co-workers that were like females that loved makeup or whatever and you wanted to give them a little something special. I just think that these would be super cute and fun and different. It might be a little bit weird because obviously you like depackaged them, but at the end I just think that these are so super cute and super great. Now, I am going to start by saying with these, I told you guys at the end of the video I would tell you what I think of each of these things individually, pros and cons. So for these, I do like these for 34 bucks, whether you're buying them for you or someone else or a group of people. I just think that overall these are such a great little staple item. They're great for your purse and just, they're great for everything. Whether you want like a neutral look, a super fun look, a whatever kind of look, it's great to have something like this with you that is really multifaceted. And again, I just love their formulas. I can't say enough good things about these. I do recommend this set for 34 bucks, and I am wearing the shade Adore right now, by the way. Now, I don't need to get into this one too much more, but this little duo right here for $19, I would actually pass on this. I'm not a big fan. I don't love this formula right here for this highlight. The blush is great. The lipstick is great and adorable and cute, and it's just a cute little deluxe color. It's a nice like light peachy pinky kind of coral, and unless you are buying this set for like a kid or someone that's younger but still very into makeup, or someone that's just a big fan of the brand Tarte itself, I don't know that I would recommend this because this formula to me is just very subpar. Now, something that I am absolutely obsessed obsessed with is this clutch. I love this for so many reasons. Number one, I love the idea of it. I think it is different. It's something we haven't seen a lot of. It's just a very new, fun take on a palette, but still something that you can use in your everyday life. And just overall, something that's kind of like a fun 2-for-1, like, hey girl, Merry Christmas, let's go to the club kind of thing. You got a purse, you have a clutch, you have all the super like fun cuteness on the inside, and I love this. I think this is such a great fun idea. I applaud Tarte actually for coming up with this. Now this eye trio set, the eyeliner sets, I actually really do enjoy this as well. I think this is a super cute, fun, easy way to give somebody a fun gift, eyeliner, and it's something that has so many different uses. I just love it. You get, you know, so you get 3 colors, and then you can use each of them 2 different ways, and you'll be able to do like a really monochromatic look for an everyday look, like the black liner. You can really just use this for so many things. I like this. I do recommend this, as well as the fun little eyelash curler duo for 20 bucks. I think this is great. Not only is it super cute and adorable and fashionable, it would look great on your little vanity or on your set, in a makeup bag, wherever you keep your stuff. But again, their curler is so good. So now that leads us into this guy right here, and I saved this for last for a couple of reasons. This one, for me, the jury has been so out on because it's 49 bucks, so I'm just going to round up and say 50. I have a couple of things that I really like about it and a couple of things that I do not. So I'm going to be a little bit of a naysayer first, and I'm going to give you my first couple of opinions. Number one, I think that the shadows in this, unfortunately for me, are very inconsistent. I noticed when I was doing this eye versus this eye, which obviously one on camera, one off of camera, I noticed that the shades blended kind of patchy for me. And I went in with a couple of other shades on my hand, and I was swatching around, and I was just kind of playing a little bit with my eyes and with the shadows in general. And even the shimmer to another shimmer, these do not swatch the same. They don't apply the same. They don't feel the same. And the mattes, some of them blended out great. They were beautiful. They were sexy. They were sultry. And other ones were just very patchy to me. And I don't know, again, if it's just mine. I'm not sure if it's because this isn't a set. If I've heard like rumors that Tarte puts, you know, their cheaper quality stuff in palettes like this, and then they save the really good high-end stuff for individuals and stuff that they get a lot more money for. So I'm not sure if that's the case here, but what I can tell you is that I did notice a big difference in how these shadows work. So if you are someone that is a big fan of shadows and you know what to expect and what quality looks like and feels like, this is not going to be your jam. I can already tell you right now, or at least I would be shocked if it was, because while it is beautiful and I love the packaging and I love the concept, the quality for these is like sitting at about a C on average. So again, beginner to like medium, wanting to give them the gift of, here, you can literally do your entire face minus like foundation and primer and brows. You can do a lot with this palette on your face, which is awesome. I do have an issue with this, and I feel like maybe I'm the only one that's gonna say anything. I don't know, but why is this not skin inclusive? This is not meant for all skin tones. And before anybody comes for me, let's just talk, because it's not. First of all, I'm super pasty. This bronzer right here is A, very, very light, but B, almost too warm for me. And it worked. So there is no way in hell that that bronzer or that highlight is going to work for a super deep skinned person. I mean, it might work for them after they build it up for a year and a half, or shade it out, or do this or do that. But to come out with something like this that is only marketed toward like one skin tone was so disappointing. I was thinking about these eyeshadows, same thing, you guys. Those are only going to work on like light to medium deep skin tones. After that, they're not going to show up the same. They're not going to have the same vibrancy. They're not going to blend the same. Well, I mean, they might blend the same, but they're not going to have that same like blended ombre effect. And overall, I was just so disappointed as I looked through all of these collections at how much they are marketed for one skin tone. And honestly, you guys, I hate to be the person that like takes it there and like makes this big thing and whatever, but like we have to. We cannot sit here and make a big deal over foundations and over all of these other things not being inclusive and not having a full shade range to cater to if we don't also look at products like this and go, how are these going to work for everyone? Now, I'm not saying like necessarily that Tarte should, you know, put out 150 of these palettes and be like, oh, one for each shade. No, but like it wouldn't have hurt to maybe put out one for lighter skin tones, one for medium to deep, or one, even if you broke it into two and you made one clutch for a light to medium, and then you made another one for medium to deep. That would have been nice. Like, but for me, just to say like, oh, here you go, this will work for everyone. No, it won't. Here's this right here. This will work for everyone. What a great gift. No, like how many little kids, and this is what like gets me, how many kids would look at something like this and go, oh my God, like mommy, can I have this? Say they're like right around 13, they're wanting to start playing with makeup, whatever, and they're going to look at this and go, oh my God, this is such a great gift. I love it so much. Can I have this for Christmas? How are you going to give your kid like this gift for Christmas when they open it up and they're going to instantly go like, wow, this world isn't made for me? Like that is what bothers me. I wouldn't want anyone that I know to open up something and see that. And I feel like around Christmas time especially, it's like the time of everybody wanting everything. And even like as a fat kid, I know how much it would suck when I would see all these people like, oh my God, I love the hoodie that they're wearing. For example, I love this hoodie. It's so good. I love this design, da 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 da. And then I go to the website and you scroll to like the biggest size they have and you find out that their biggest size is like 4 sizes smaller than I am. And I just know that it sucks. And I know that feeling, obviously not skin tone, but like for size, I felt that feeling my entire life. And it sucks. And it always sucks when you feel like you are the one person that that brand doesn't care about. You're the one demographic that they're just like they don't care. And I don't ever feel like it's appropriate for that to be ignored. And so for me, do I like these? You know, I've already given you like my opinions on these products, but just be very mindful, and it's something that we need to change. We don't have to be negative. We don't have to be hateful or spiteful, but we do need to talk about it, and we do need to have some kind of something to point at and say this is not necessarily okay. So for me and my skin tone, those are my thoughts. Now, I am going to, on a slightly lighter note, drift over to something else real quick. And these I picked up. They are empty magnetic palettes. The first one we have is the Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze magnetic palette. And it has a full, beautiful, fantastic size mirror in it, which I am obsessed with. And then the other one we have, which is such a fun, fantastic shape and everything, it is the Pop Drop Paradise custom magnetic palette. And you guys, the packaging on these is absolutely amazing, life-changing. Like, how cute are the unicartons? These would look so cute under a Christmas tree with like all of the light reflecting off of them, or even like for your birthday. Just, these are so pretty. And I picked these up because I just thought that they were a fun option if you're looking for a magnetic palette, which I happen to have been looking for one. I have a couple, but I'm not like obsessed with them, and they're not really pretty, but these are just so pretty and festive and different. And I just like that they put so much thought and design into a massive magnetic palette. And I love that this one right here, this big pink one, has this redonkulously huge, like, look at the size. That is a full freaking mirror. How is that not? Like, it's so amazing and beautiful, and I love it. And then this one I thought was so fun too, because I just love like the design on the front, but then at the same time it opens up and it's got also this big old mirror right there, which I love. And I don't know, I love these so much. I thought these were so good, and they were, how much? This one is $17 and the one with the palm trees is $19. So they're both under 20 bucks, which is awesome. And you honestly, you'll pay right now, even if you get the biggest one from ColourPop, I think that's right around 10 to 12 bucks. So like, no matter what, they're in the right price range for what you're getting and for how much like beauty, and like you could put these on your vanity. You could do so much with them. And my mom actually pointed this out. This one would be so good for traveling, you guys. If you have like custom things or colors that you like in general, you'd be able to pop in here all the shadows and the blushes and the highlight, whatever you want, fill this palette up, and you'd have this beautiful huge mirror to travel with, and you'd be able to like literally just prop this up at a hotel room. And I mean, I can fit my entire face in this mirror. My entire face. I have a big ass face. This is awesome. I just love these so much. So I wanted to throw these on and add them in there for a great option from Tarte that they did release that I think is so good. Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. I know it has been super long, but I hope that it has been super helpful. And if you are looking forward to the rest of these videos, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you want to see the Too Faced one, the Urban Decay, the Smashbox. I have other ones planned for you guys. So let me know down below if you are down for these Christmas themed videos where we're going to start looking at all of the themed, you know, holiday collections collections that they are coming out with. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, what your favorites are, and if you're cool with these videos continuing, because as the products start to roll in, you know that your girl is on it. So let me know down below. Also, while you're down there, you can go up to that description box and you can find my Instagram and my Twitter, because I'm mainly active on both of those. I have tons of socials down there, but those are the two that I am the most active on as well. And I do put up new videos Monday through Friday, very early too. Like, I'm in Northern Michigan and they go up sometime around 6 a.m. usually. So good and early and fresh for those of you getting ready for work that day and you want someone to hang out with, a nice long video, sit down, chit chat. I'm your girl. So don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next one. We went with Tarte. We went with Tarte for Christmas. And it was so fun. And it was so damn sparkly. Look at all my sparkles. Look at all my sparkles. Hey, look at all my sparkles. I'm a sparkly queen. And I'm wearing my palm tree shirt. It's the closest I ever get to a palm tree. I can tell you that right now. But like, I'm pretty close. It's a big yawn. Okay. We are diving into all the new goodies from the cosmetic company. Wait, what? All the what? Huh? Who? Who are you? You're not my real mom. Don't tell me what to do. Oh my God. Okay, you guys. So I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, hey guys. So the last time you saw me, I was putting on something. What was that? Oh, hey guys. So that was creepy as hell. Paige, you should never do that again. Like, does anybody else look at this and they think Easter, New Year's Eve, like, look at these Brun Fight. They're brand new, freaking designed lash curler, and it does come with, okay, stop. So next up, you guys, I'm so excited because, okay, stop. Okay, stop. And stop. Oh, stop again.